SKANI102X. This is a course which is a subsequent or the part 2 course of the 3D modeling course what you must have taken already, and in this course we are going to discuss and demonstrate 3D animation. First of all, the course is offered by IIT Bombay X, which is a partner of edX, and we are going to use free and open source 3D animation tool Blender. The reason being that animation is an art to be demonstrated. You just cannot answer few questions and then claim that you know animation. You have to demonstrate it by showing actual animation, and for doing animation you require a software. Many of the industry standard softwares are proprietary, and therefore it is not possible for individuals to buy licenses of that. That is where Blender comes in really handy. It is free, open source, and it is so lightweight that under 100 MB you can actually get an executable file of that and install it at n number of locations. As I said earlier, prerequisite for this course is SKANI 101X, which is basics of 3D modeling using Blender. This course should be available for enrollment even now in a self-paced mode probably, and if you have not done it, we highly recommend that you complete that course so that it will be easier for you to adapt to the jargon and the shortcuts or other ideas which we will be discussing in this course. Coming back to the course, when we talk about animation as a medium of expression, there are multiple ways in which animation is used. Now, here is a reflection point for you to comment on it. Try and write down 2 instances where animation is used. You can have multiple answers also, but at least write 2 of them. After you are done, resume watching this. Let us resume. Animation is a combination of what you can draw with a hand, and you also require tools in order to take it to the final output. These days computers is one of the most favorable and used tool for that. Animation started with traditional cell animation, what is called as, and you have instances of movies and TV serials, n number of them. Actually I do not have to even list them, everybody knows about it, but not many people will know that the first generation of animation was drawn entirely by hand and shot with a camera which was kept overhead, and frame by frame each of this drawing was shot using that camera. From that point onwards, technology has helped animators to get their final product using computers. So now it has been partly hand drawn and partly based on computers, such as 2D animations which are vector based animations. You can create again movies and TV serials and advertisements and even web based motion graphics what you require, and the motion graphics in movie titles. All these are types of animation where actually you are adding motion to the object which is there on screen. In addition to that, the invent of third dimension has added really very visually pleasing effects to that, and thanks to 3D animation, that now we can imagine our objects in 3D and rotate them. You can actually have even ways in which not only watching them on a 2D surface, but you can actually wear glasses and watch stereo 3D movies. That gives you actually immersive effect. In addition to that, there are certain styles of animation which I just thought we will list it out so that people who are aware of it will feel that yes, their answer was also there, which are the puppet animation, which is a predominantly a stop motion animation. So you put a camera at a fixed location and move the objects frame by frame by clicking it, by changing their positions. These could be claymations and these are puppets. So various such type of animations do exist, and those people who listed out are all correct. These are definitely the types of animations. One fundamental factor which is underlying everywhere is that most of the time the best of the animation what you will ever see is which a normal eye or even some kind of a microscope cannot shoot, and that is where the whole fantasy thing opens in front of us. Well, coming back to the course, we would be covering various topics in this course. However, we would like to state that the learners who will take this course will be able to definitely learn from the concepts of keyframing and the in-between framing, so that how the motion is created effectively. You can create a keyframe based animation after the end of this course definitely, and in addition to that we would be discussing some of the most famous animation principles such as timing, spacing, ease in ease out which is type of that, stretch and squash which is actually about the deformation happening in action, and anticipation which is kind of a suspense which is created before the action happens. We will have a mini project at the end which will give you ample chance to showcase the skills and the concepts what you have learnt in this course. Another important aspect that we would like to press at this point is about the things which are not covered in this course. As I mentioned earlier, there are definitely entertainment domain which is run using animation a lot. However, for this course we are not going to touch on the character animation, which is a massive area in entertainment animation. We would be restricting to very simple objects and motion of those objects. We would definitely learn other things what we have already discussed. However, we will be not touching character animation, and we would like to make it clear in the beginning itself. So now let us see how we are going to do it. It is a 4-week course as announced earlier, but prior to the start date you would be able to see a warm-up module which most of you must have seen by now, which has activities and some videos about recap, so that in case you are new to Blender you can just brush it up. The first week starts with animation basics, which is about keyframes and in-betweens, and also a demonstration which will tell you how to do all these things in Blender. We follow the same pattern wherever we have a concept backed up with a demonstration in Blender, so that you can actually do it along with us. We have animation principles starting in the week 2, which will continue to week 3 because there are many examples to be covered in that. And finally, the week 4 is kept exclusively for the project, where we will discuss with the individuals or groups on creating the small animation clip which will be your project. Now that we have seen what is going to be covered, let us also see how is it going to be covered. We have multiple videos which talk about concepts of animation as well as demonstrations of Blender. These are slow paced videos, deliberately shot, so that if case you want to ponder on them you can actually do that. You can also actually do a parallel processing by opening Blender along with us and trying to do it. We have tried to keep it slow paced deliberately. Along with the videos you will always have interactive activities which will enforce the topic which was discussed in the videos, so that you can actually do a practical of it. We will be delivering the slides which are used in the video so that you can use it for your reference. In addition to that, we will share some additional material as reference material which learners who want to pursue different learning paths can utilize for getting knowledge. The discussion forums are going to be slightly different this time, because we would be monitoring and administering discussion forum for some very interesting discussions around a topic, where submissions and peer learning is what our objective is. All in all, we will have a lot of interaction during the course, and we urge all of you to be part of this in a way that we benefit mutually when learning together. I welcome you once again to the course, and we wish to see lot of interaction during this coming weeks. Thank you.